Okay, family mediation counselling service, we were established 6 years ago, and we're there really primarily to help couples through divorce and separation. Okay, we work with child arrangements, we work with financial remedy, and we operate throughout the whole of England and Wales. And the aim is that we work with everyone. We've worked with Premiership footballers, we've worked with entertainers, we've worked with people from every walk of life. I mean, the problems for everyone are the same. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter who you are, what you are, or anything else. We're here to provide that service. It's an online service now since the pandemic, and we find that has a number of advantages, because obviously people don't have to meet face to face, so therefore the anxiety levels are a lot lower. And typically it can take a very short period of time to come up with a positive outcome. So we're a very proactive service, and the aim is to try and get the resolutions as quickly as possible. We started working with Odyssey approximately 4 years ago. They were introduced to us by our web designer. We were just going through a new website, and I was introduced to Rob Stubos, and he explained his service to me. And it took a couple of months for us to consider, what he'd said. We had been using a company in Manchester, but we quickly realised that all they were doing really was to create the advertisements for Google Ads, and very little else. We were paying for that service. But then, having spoken to Rob, we decided that they could bring added value to the business. I mean, we view our website as our window on the world. It's our shop front, and I think it's very quickly established by working with Rob and the team that it was just so much more than advertising. They are in effect our shop managers, and they make sure that it looks good, they make sure that it's optimized, and they create content for us, which is absolutely superb. We've now got a full range of blogs that cover an amazing range of subjects. And to me, that really has driven it forward. And I think once we started working, we all wanted instant results. But I think the one message that came over is that it does take time. And I think for a lot of companies, it's quite frustrating. The expectations are you create a website, you put it up on the net, and before you know it, you've got thousands of people coming to visit you. And it's just not like that. So I think that was the message that we went away with, which was this will take time to establish. And the cynical side of me, if you like, was we'll give them 6 months, although we signed a 12-month contract. At the end of 6 months, we could actually see a difference. And that difference was the amount of interest in the website, but equally and more importantly, the number of people who are actually contacting the service, and we were able to engage them, and obviously they became clients. So I think originally, once they'd done a little bit of the work, we'd seen, 360 visits and inquiries. But over the time, and yes, it's taken 4 years, that has increased tenfold. So now we've got, 3,500 visits every month. And to me, that does it all. Yeah, that says it all. And I think the other advantage is that Odyssey are a very, very proactive company. I meet with Rob every week for an hour or two, and we go through the metrics. We then discuss the best options to move forward to, increase traffic even more. It's all about increasing traffic. And, the one thing is, 4 years later, we're clearly very, very happy with the service, and we'll continue to use the service because we see those results reflected in the work they do. I think since we've started working with Odyssey, I think the overall benefits to us is that we can forget about the website. It's very important to us, but it's taken a lot of pressure off us to create new content, to determine what messages need to be put out into the market. I think what is fundamental is that they're not just a marketing service that do the technical behind the scenes work. They actually understand our business. We spent a lot of time developing the business almost together, really, in lots of ways. And therefore, we're very, very confident that they know what they're talking about because they understand our business so well. And I think the other advantage is this, that whilst they've got a very good understanding of the mediation process and how our business operates, I think the policy I like the most is the fact that they then will not work with another mediation service to pass on their knowledge. So it's a very sort of complete process and complete service that we get from Odyssey. My experience of working with Odyssey is that they're a young company, although they're well established, and I think it's their knowledge. They've got a great team, and we just don't need to worry about that side of our business. We can just focus on meeting clients, administering our own business, and not worry about the marketing elements of it because we know it's being taken care of. And it's very difficult for a business owner to hand that over to a third party. But I also feel as if Odyssey is part of our business. We are partners in this. And I think they get as excited as we do when we see, increase interest in the website. They get excited when, we talk about the revenues that we're producing as a result of the work they've done. So they are very, very much part and parcel of our whole business. One thing about Odyssey is that you've got total commitment, and I myself have spoken to a lot of people about the service they provide, because I think I would recommend them wholeheartedly to any business that wants to develop. And like I've said before, because they're in an integral part of what we do, I can't see a time when we wouldn't be working with Odyssey.